This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no, no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens' Phonics. This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no, no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens' Phonics.
Good morning everyone and welcome to day 2 of phonics. You will need to make sure you've got your workbooks ready and a pencil. We're on page 7 today and it looks like this. And we've got our new sound that we're going to learn at the top of the page. We've got some phoneme frames to practice writing some words, and we've got a sentence that we're going to read together. So that's how it looks. Now we're going to kick off in the usual way with practicing all of our sounds, the ones that we've already learned, just to remind ourselves. So here we go. I, a, oi, or, oo, or you, air, e, a, I, o, oo or you, e, wa or her, o, you or oo, and ow. Okay everybody, so those are the sounds that we have been learning since we've been in year 1, and today we've got a new sound. So let's practice it together. I say ear, you say, 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 I say ear. Well done. So we've practiced hearing the sound and practiced feeling what it feels like when we say it, but what does it look like? Well, here it is. It looks like this. Now it is a sound that we've heard before, but we've not seen that sound written or spelled in this way. For this spelling of the ear sound, we've got E, E, R. 3 letters, 1 sound. It's a trigraph. Ear, 3 letters, 1 sound. On the other side of the card is our caption action, and you can see a picture of a deer with some antlers on its head, and our caption action goes like this. Ear, ear, cheer the deer. So let's practice it together. Ear, ear, cheer the deer. So when I show you the picture, we're going to do the caption action. And if I show you just the letters, we're going to just practice saying the sound ear. Are you ready, everybody? Here we go. What will it be? Ear, ear, cheer the deer. Ear, ear, ear. Ear, ear, cheer the deer. Well done. I'm going to pop it on my board here so that we can see it, and it will help us when we do some writing in a little while. Okay, so there it is, ear. So that's our sound for today. Now, first of all, we're going to see if we can read some words containing today's focus sound, ear. So I'm going to write one up. Let's see if we can read it together. I wonder what that word says. Have a go. Let's try together with our sound buttons. Here we are. D. Ear. Deer. That's it, when we blend those sounds back together again. So we've had deer. Let's try another one. Let's rub that one out. Let's see how we get on with this one. Here I go. Got a squeaky pen, everybody. There we are. And let's use our sound buttons. So we've got ch, ear, blend the sounds together, cheer. Well done. Let's go for one more, maybe two more. Here we go. Squeaky pen alert. And let's do the sound buttons. Here we are. B, ear, beer. Well done. Let's see if we can try one more. Maybe one that's a little bit trickier this time. Let's see how we get on. And let's get our sound buttons. So we've got, say it with me, ear, sneer. Well done. Make sure you're saying the sounds with me each time. Now, we're going to see if we can have a go at writing some of those words next. So why don't you get your pencil ready, and you're going to need your phoneme frames that are in your workbook. So let's give you a little bit of time to make sure you're ready. You're lucky, you've got yours all in your workbook, all looking nice and neat. I've got to draw mine on here, so it probably won't look very tidy, but never mind. So here is my phoneme frame. I need 4 boxes, just like yours. We might not need to use all of the boxes, but I'll show you what to do if that's the case. So the first word that we are going to try to write is the word jeer. Now, jeer is kind of a noise you make when you're being a bit rude, really. So it's kind of like cheering, but you're jeering. So it's what you would do if you were being a little bit rude. So jeer. Let's sound that out on our phoneme fingers. J, ear, jeer. J, ear, jeer. So I can hear 2 sounds, and I can count 2 sounds on my phoneme fingers. So we're not going to need to use 2 of our boxes. We're only going to need 2 of them. So we can put cross through those ones, and you can do that if you'd like to, or just leave them blank, it doesn't matter. And then let's have a listen to that word again to see if we can think of the letters we need. So we've got j, ear, jeer. So that first sound, what was it? Yep, it's the j. I'm going to do the sound button, but you need to write the letter that matches the sound, okay? So j, ear, and that second sound was the ear sound, and we've got it here to help us. J, ear, jeer. So see if you can write that whole word now, jeer, using your phoneme frame. Remember, you can always pause me if I'm going too fast. So you should have written for the j, what letter did we need? Yeah, we needed the letter J, so there it is. And for the ear, we know that we need this spelling, the E-E-R, jeer. Well done. Okay, let's see if we can try another one. Let me rub that one out first, without rubbing off all the rest of it. Here I go, taking care. Let's see if we can have a go at writing the word peer. Now, a peer is another word for kind of your friend. So somebody in your class would be your peer. So let's sound that one out. P, ear, peer. So we only need 2 sounds again, don't we? So you could put a couple of crosses if you wanted to into your next phoneme frame. P, ear, peer. So that first sound is the P sound. So I'm going to put the sound button again, and you can write the letter to match that. And then the second sound, the final sound, is the ear sound. So I'm going to put the zip to show where the ear sound goes. So have a go. Let you finish writing that. You've written the letters to match the sounds. Now my turn. So the first sound was the P, and I need the letter P for that sound. And then the second sound was the ear, and I need to look here, and I need my E, E, R, P, ear, peer. Well done. The next one that we're going to try to write is the word veer. So you might be, if you can imagine, if you were driving a car and you suddenly turned round sharply to one side of the road, that would be called veering. You veer to one side, so you turn sharply. So let's listen for those sounds. V, ear, veer. And again, v, ear, veer. So that first sound is that v sound. I'll write the sound button. You can write the letter. And then the ear, we've already got that one up here, haven't we? So I'm going to put the zip in to show where the ear part goes. V, ear. So have a go at making sure you've written the letters to match. And the v sound, what letter makes that sound? Yeah, it's the letter V. And then the ear sound, what letters do we need? That's it. We need the E, R. And now we have written the word veer. Okay, very good. Right, we are going to write one more word together, I think. This time, I'm going to make it a challenge word. So I'm going to use up all of the squares on our phoneme frame. And the word we're going to write, our challenge word, is career. Career. Career is another word for a job. So my career, for example, is being a teacher. And let's sound it out together. K, a, ear, career. And again, let's try it together. K, a, ear, career. Okay, so let's go back to our phoneme frame. First sound, K. So I'll put the sound button. You can write the letter. Next sound, a. Remember to call it out to me. Next sound, well done. And then final sound, that's it. It's the ear sound at the end, isn't it? So let's see if you can write the letters to match those sound buttons. Good. Okay, so the first sound was a K, and for this one we needed the letter C. Then we needed the, that's right, tell me, the A, so it's a letter A. The next sound was, that's it, the sound, so we needed the letter R. And final sound is our new ear sound. So ear. Excellent, there we go. So now we have written ear, career. Well done, that was a long one, wasn't it? Now, last thing, or one of the last things we're going to do for today's phonics is we have got a sentence to read. Now you have got the sentence in your workbooks, but I've also got the sentence written on my board. So I'm going to turn my board around so that we can write the sentence. So here we go. Let's turn the board around. And let's make sure that we can see the board clearly. Just need to move it this way a bit more. There we go. I'm going to move that slightly. Excellent. Right, okay. Let's see if we can read the sentence now. Tricky word first, so we know that one. The. Next one, let's sound it out. St, ear, ing. Steering. The steering. Wheel. Wheel. The steering wheel. On, we know that one. A. Lorry. The steering wheel on a lorry is, we know this word, is bigger. The steering wheel on a lorry is bigger. We know this word, than. Good. The, we know that one as well. The steering wheel on a lorry is bigger than the, oh, we've already had that one, so I don't need to sound it out. I recognise it, it's the same word. Steering wheel. Got that one repeated as well. The steering wheel on a lorry is bigger than the steering wheel on my, tricky word, on my car. So let's read it all through together. The steering wheel on a lorry is bigger than the steering wheel on my car. Brilliant. So today we have been learning a new sound. Not so much a new sound, but a new way of spelling a sound. And here's what it looked like today, ear. And if I show you the other side, ear, ear, cheer the deer. And that is today's phonics. Great job, everybody. And I look forward to seeing all of you again tomorrow.
This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no, no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens Phonics. This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no, no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens Phonics.